And I think fintech has always been a very interesting topic. I think for the last couple of years, everybody's been talking about fintech, talking about cryptocurrency, talking about Bitcoins. So fintech, I think literally, it just means financial technology. And what is financial technology? It's simply by combining finance with technology. So the way we think about fintech is how do we solve everyday problems or finance problem with technology, right? So right now, when you go to the bank, you try to solve the problem of where to keep your money. You go to the insurance companies because you don't know what's going to happen to you. You think about probability, you think about statistics, you think about where to save your money. And when you go to a P2P lending platform, you think about lending, you think about borrowing money. So everything has to do with money, but we're using technology to solve that problem. So what does P2P help you solve? Does P2P help you solve accessibility, right? When you don't want to go to the bank or when the bank is not working with you, you can go to the P2P and then get the money that you needed. So everything that you see today, what made OVO dollar possible was actually because of PayPal. So I want to spend a little bit more time on how PayPal came about and what type of ecosystem PayPal was give rise to the internet space. Discussed earlier, fintech is a technology to solve finance problems, right? But fintech by itself is actually not that important without something to be used in a real business case, right? So I think one of the analogy I would like to use is that money is only important because of value that the money holds. Meaning that the money is only important because money can buy things. But if there's nothing to buy, then money doesn't mean anything. So I think by the similar understanding, fintech doesn't mean really anything unless you have a real business case that you use. So when you look at PayPal as stage one, it was just a money transfer wallet, right? It allows people to transfer money from me to David, from David to John, from John to Calvin. It just transferred money, right? But it doesn't really do anything. But when PayPal was acquired by eBay and became its payment method on eBay, it really took off, right? So I think eBay really made PayPal mainstream. So by stage one, PayPal was only processing about $61 million. But after integrating with eBay, it started processing up to $200 billion. So when you look at the way payment or 2.0 or web developments, so everything has to be built upon a business case. So like PayPal was built and based on eBay commerce. Alipay was based on Alibaba's Taobao and Tmall. And when you have GoPay, you only use GoPay when you do Gojek most of the time, right? Or when you start using GoPay, that's when because you have to pay for Gojek. Same thing goes for GrabPay. And then once you have that business case to solve, you can quickly expand your payment into any other area that you see. So, okay. So I think FinTech 3.0 has been around. So if any of you follows Bitcoins or follow cryptocurrency, you understand Bitcoin went up to the all-time high at 12,000 US dollars per Bitcoin in 2018. And that gives rise to a lot of different cryptocurrency projects. And the development, everyone is working on similar products, different protocols. It's not following a linear effect, right? So meaning that not everyone is building their protocols on Android or iOS or Google or anything else, but everyone is bringing their own technology, developing their own platform. And that, I think, is called the network effect. So that comes to FinTech 4.0. To be honest, I don't know what FinTech 4.0 would look like, but I can only imagine. I can imagine that the FinTech 4.0 it means that you will no longer be able to touch cash. You don't have to touch cash. You don't even need to use cash, right? So a platform of financial platforms like Solusiku, we're still in cash-based services. But I think in the future, Solusiku will probably incorporate a lot of more cryptocurrency capabilities, allowing people not only to transfer cash between people to people or people to institutions, but we're allowing cryptocurrency to play a role in the information of transferring. So I can only imagine a scenario where a borrower will come to Solusiku, get a cash for $100. They shop at Tokopedia, Gojek, or Grab, and that money goes to the merchants, probably not in the form of cash, because the merchant is probably not in Indonesia. The merchant is probably somewhere in Europe, South Africa, or somewhere else in Asia or United States, where bank-to-bank transfer is probably the most, is not the most convenient method. So
can fintech in Indonesia can compete with fintech overseas?
Yes, I think absolutely. The way we look at fintech is not the same as information tech, right? So fintech is regulated. You need a proper license to operate in a country. So I think the advantage for Gojek, Ovo, or Grab is that they already have the license, and they're one of the few companies that actually has a license in Indonesia. So I think by by operating under the license, all those local companies already have an advantage to be able to operate. So that means even the more advanced fintech technologies in Europe, in anywhere else, they are not able to come in to Indonesia. I think that's the benefit, and that's the way for local fintech to thrive. And then secondly, I think fintech is not a deep tech. Fintech is not something requires a lot of advanced technology developments. Yeah. It's usually just changing the way you behave, right? So I think there's no barrier for any local company like Ovo to launch similar product that you see outside of Indonesia. So I think the answer is yes, because I think number one, the foreign company will not be able to easily come in to operate fintech in Indonesia. And second, I think local Indonesian company will learn and launch products quickly to compete with foreign companies.